Welcome to Raw Talk. As always, I'm now going to have two links down below in the description box to credit WWE for piecing this together. First, the text results for Raw, and then the official Raw video recap with no commentary. It's just like video footage, or maybe there might be commentary. Anyhow, so that's that. Let's get into it. Where are my notes? I need them, or I feel completely naked, and I could end up forgetting some stuff that happened during the show. Judgment Day opened the show. Michael Cole and now Corey Graves, as mentioned before, are now going to be your broadcast commentary team until Pat McAfee comes back from college football when Netflix does their thing sometime in January. So yeah. Grand Slam Finn says that Priest betrayed them. That's the reason for the attacks. And Daddy Dom, Dirty Daddy Dom. I had to. He still can't speak. Then he'll always yell, Pinche maricon, le caculo sporco, figlio de putano. Right? C'est l'affaire qu'il fait avec parler l'autre langue. Okay, let's not get multilingual here. So then Rey Mysterio and the LWO come out. Small chat, all-out brawl. Everything is great. Corey Graves definitely sounds a little bit more heelish now in his commentary, and I like that. Right back down to the roots. Yeah, so there you have it. That was cool. And then the Judgment Day did defeat the LWO because after the brawl, it was official during the commercial break for an 8-man tag team. And I tell you that Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro, they really are, like, they're really, really good. I used to talk about how, you know, the tag team division was kind of lacking. We need the OC, the Good Brothers, to be around more. Final Testament with the Authors of Pain, just like get more tag teams out there, and we're doing it. But these guys need to be around more. They really, truly, in my humble opinion, need to be pushed a bit more. Not necessarily, when I say pushed, I don't always mean like right into the main title scene. I'm just talking about like get on the camera. You put on a good show. There was that cross, four-way zigzag. People were suicide diving outside the ropes in every direction at the same time. It was just really, really good. Ray still has that fire. I love it, man. 51-year-old man, I believe. Liv's distraction leads to Daddy Dom pinning his dad. And then post-match, Rhea and Priest come out. There's a little all-out brawl. That's all fun. What I didn't like is the LWO and Rey Mysterio weren't around, and I was kind of hoping that you'd have like Rey Mysterio, and Damian Priest and Rhea and all that just kind of giving each other like a nod out of respect. It's like, look, we had our differences in the past. Now things are different. I know that I'm a little bit too sentimental when it comes to that stuff and having closure, and why hasn't Cody thanked Roman Reigns? Why hasn't he come out to help him when he did at SummerSlam and all this kind of stuff? Whatever. That's just who I am. Series of triple threat matches will occur throughout the night to determine Braun Breaker's next opponent for the Intercontinental Championship, which will occur, if I'm not mistaken, in a fatal four-way match. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Okay, there's some other stuff here. Oh, that's why. Okay, because it got a little bit wonky here. Yeah, so I'm sorry. This is why I'm not a professional. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston have that little pep chat again in the back. Now Xavier Woods isn't matching Kofi in green, he's in gray, and says, "Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't get tagged because he was closer." Odyssey Jones, I believe his name is. I'm trying to remember all this stuff off the top of my head. And I don't always want to be looking over here. I want to be looking over there. I'm looking at you. And Odyssey Jones wasn't around. Nothing too weird happened back there. Seems like everything's under control. Speaking of control, Damage Control comes out. Shaking hands. Kairi Sane. Sami Zayn. Kairi Sane. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Came out shaking hands. It's funny because it seems like quickly they were like the bad group because they attacked Bailey and and all of a sudden, Sonya Deville and her Pure Fusion Collective, and all of a sudden now, boom, it just organically kind of happened. I guess they're face now. I guess that's how that happens. This was a really good match. Like, oh my God, really good match. And speaking of Zelina Vega, who's like right there, just what I really like. Where's the anyways? Yeah, I'm at the right match. It's just this is the wrong thumbnail for it, which is why it was throwing me off. Sometimes I'll criticize any wrestler. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl. But sometimes, very rarely, I'll get a comment like, it seems like you're overly critical of the women. And it's like, well, because it has nothing to do with that person being a woman. It's that person as an individual, I feel, is just kind of like, So it's not that I think Zelina's bad. I actually really like Zelina. I think her presence and all that, she's really good. Cheerleader, kind of like Scarlett with Karrion Kross. My thing is, I'm picky. I'm really picky. And then I look at people like Io Sky and Kairi Sane, and I'm like, holy guacamole. Just unbelievable. Even Pure Fusion Collective with Zoe Stark and, Shayna Baszler. I've always been praising them. If you go back to my very first Zoe Stark introduction of her to me, when she came up on the main roster right away, I was like, oh my God. Just because she's not like all decked out in makeup and looks like a Liv Morgan or a Zelina Vega, I still praised her because I think she's fantastic, right? Sometimes people go, oh, this person is so great. Why are they so great? Why are they great? Give me some feedback. And they'll be like, oh, she's just so hot. And I was like, that doesn't make her great at all, right? Like, Trish Stratus is actually really good in the ring. She could have been dog ugly. It wouldn't have mattered. She's still amazing. Some people are just, no offense, not amazing. That's all I'm saying. It really shouldn't even have to be explained. But here we are. This was a phenomenal match that had, and this thumbnail has nothing to do with any of the ladies that were in the match. So we're going to move on before I keep getting distracted again. Io Sky and Kairi Sane, by the way, did they win? My goodness, I'm an amateur. Yes, Damage Control did win. I think I may have already said that. This was pretty good. CM Punk punished Drew McIntyre from behind. It definitely looks like he's been putting on a little meat. I like that. It looks good. He was trying to get that bracelet, which he wasn't successful. That's the same look he makes. Sorry, I'm sorry. That's the same look he makes when he comes out. I find his entrance a little, not weird, but like, he'll come out and do this. That look right there, that is like the perfect thumbnail shot for the look he makes, everything. Looks like he didn't shave his beard straight there. Kind of just went a little too high. I noticed the weirdest details. It's hilarious. Yeah. This was fun. It was really fun to see. How did I not write? Oh, I did write something on it. First of all, Bo Dallas had a VHS vignette promo. Speaking as Bo Dallas. Again, very good. Just very well made with the production, the music, the effects, everything. It looks very Hollywood-like, in my opinion. And I'm just really, really proud of Bo Dallas because I always thought he was great, even when he was like with the B team with Axel. I almost said Axel Foley. I watched some Beverly Hills Cops not long ago, Axel Foley. Axel, not Axel Rose. Curtis Axel. My goodness. The son of the late, great Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. My goodness. Anything that Bo, or you just got to believe, like, I don't know. I've always appreciated him, and not just because of the family that he comes from. On his own, he's made a mark on his own. And what I really like overall, now that we're on this, about the Uncle Howdy character, is it's not like it was just something that was thrown in because Bray Wyatt passed away. A character existed before he passed away. You see what I'm saying? They just decided to go on with him. It's not just, well, let's just give people some nostalgia and let's make up a new character. You see what I mean? Like, to me, that makes it a little bit more special. I probably would have liked it just as much had it been something new, to be honest. But it makes a lot more sense because now it's not just, well, it's his brother. They're just doing it to whatever. He was in it before when his brother was still around. So that extra little piece of detail I just find makes the whole thing a little nicer, in my opinion, and can make a lesser argument that it's just there to capitalize on his death, which I think is disgusting, really, if that's what was happening. But I don't think that. Again, you're allowed to think what you want. All right, I just don't think that that's what's going on. So the Drew McIntyre in-ring promo was really good. Said that Punk was scared, but it doesn't make any sense. He's not scared. He should have went with, he's a little bit odd, and he must not be fully all there. I don't know how hard he got hit by Samoa Joe in AEW. Ha ha ha. Right? Like, he's the one who asked for the match. The strap match. Right? You don't do that when you're afraid of someone. You don't get strapped to someone that you're afraid of. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into it a little bit too much, but then, again, CM Punk takes out the security. It was just kind of cool. It was good. Jey Uso, Karrion Kross, which that's Karrion Kross right there. In that image right there, it almost looks like a slightly beefier Dolph Ziggler. I don't know. That's just what I thought of because of the hair. Anyways, I miss Dolph Ziggler. God damn it. Jey Uso picked up the win. This was a nice triple threat match. Again, I always say this. It's got to be really hard when you're choreographing because nothing is actually like scripted in the moment. Like, okay, I'm going to slap you now. Okay, no. Stomp my foot, then poke me in the eye and kick my ass. When you have like now 2 other people that you're wrestling, that like... Do you know what I mean? Like just having that mental moment of being able to read the ring and just know what to do. To me, I honestly, I just don't know how they do it, which is why when there's the Royal Rumble, I'm just like, that's it. I give up. That's some voodoo shit. To me, it's phenomenal if you really, really think about it, like a lot. Randy Orton. This was really cool. Really good promo, as always. I remember back in the day when sometimes he'd forget his lines. He was just fun. He's come such a long way. I really like when he came out. It was kind of funny. He went to autograph and then the pen's not working. Then he gets another pen and just really, really good dude. And it really does look like he's living by what he said there. This was like some real life shit where he's been humbled because he used to be an idiot, say and do just bad things. Just kind of like Matt Riddle. But I really do like Matt Riddle. And speaking of Karrion Kross, him and Matt Riddle in real life in Florida, they are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructors. Thought I'd throw that out there. Random thoughts. Yeah. So I really like Randy Orton a lot. Like, I mean a lot. As of late, I've always liked him. I'm not making any sense. I'm tired and I'm on 3.5 hours of sleep, but I did take a little nap earlier. What I'm trying to say is I think this is one of my favorite versions of Randy Orton. Still brutal, still sneaky, but I like him being a face. I really do, because he can just be himself either which way. And I really like how he comes out and he's like, thank you so much for singing along to my song. It only took you over 15 years to do it, but nonetheless, thank you for doing it. He's a funny dude. And I think that's what I really like about some people when they're faced that whole weird thing that I have about seeing the interaction with the fans, signing the autographs. Like, those can change people's lives. Like when I met Bret the Hitman Hart in 93 and I got his autograph, which I might show you that tape if I could find it. I just saw it a couple of days ago somewhere. Yeah, I think I know where it is. Anyhow, whereas some other people, they're just meant to be kind of like heelish, and I don't have any desire for them to switch. Randy Orton is one of those ones where I really don't want him to ever be heel ever again. He's done the back and forth thing. We're done. We're done. And then he talked about, excuse me, my goodness, choking on my own saliva because I'm talking too much. He talks about why he wants this belt, and I'm glad that he mentioned it. Rather than just, I snuck away from SmackDown and I don't want to start shit with Cody Rhodes, let me just come over here. He unified that World Heavyweight Championship. Okay? 10 years ago. He retired that World Heavyweight Championship. Now there's a new one, the one that was born anew, with Seth Rollins being the first one to hold it. So there's an actual story about why going for that one and not the other one. Same thing with Cody Rhodes, why he chose Roman Reigns for that to be the end-all be-all moment and not Seth Rollins. To me, it just made sense, not bringing in The Rock and then backing him out. I've already talked about that. So anyhow, that's enough of that. 2 hours prior to Bash in Berlin, by the way, Corey Graves sat down with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens about their friendship and how he offered them the title opportunity, how he says it's probably the first time someone's ever refused the title match. Like, I didn't refuse it. I just didn't want to earn it that way. Then it cuts. You're going to have to wait to Bash at Berlin. I don't know why I keep doing this. Like a tomahawk. Saturday, 2 hours before the show goes live, we're going to get to see that interview. And I'm going to be very, very, oh my God, very excited. I want the leak. I want the details. I want to see all of that. Bronson Reed. What is going on here? We don't even see, like, anyways, they really don't know how to do their website. I should do it for them. Bronson Reed ended in a no contest with Braun Strowman. What I really liked about this match, this was like a huge highlight for me. I love both of these guys, not because they're big and they're tall and all this crap, just because they're really good at what they do, but because they're large and they're able to do some of those moves like the crossbody, the suicide dives, the flips and all this stuff. It does make it impressive because there's people a fraction of their size that would not be able to do that. These guys really are athletes, in my opinion. It ended in a no contest. It makes both people look really, really strong. You don't need to have a guaranteed winner. My God, I'm French, remember? Je suis français, tabarnak. It got taken out to the backstage. It got taken out into the parking lot. Tsunami on the car. I mean, you probably watched it. And if you didn't, you can watch it in the highlight reel thing here. It was just incredible. Like, how do you fake that? That has to be a real car. Real suicide thing. Roll back from the clothesline. You end up almost cracking your head on the pavement. There's just so many things that can go wrong when you're not in the ring. I mean, there's already bad enough things that can happen when you're in the ring. When you're out there, yeah, there's very little room for any kind of error. But the whole segment, even though it wasn't really long and super dragged out, it was really, really good. Like, just overall tonight, this was like a really, really good Raw. I just got to see a lot of stuff that made me really, really happy. Pete Dunne, Xavier Woods, IC title qualifier, nice brawl. Pete Dunne wins. I wouldn't have had him win. I know it sounds rude. I'm just saying he is great. I just don't like his character. I think that's what it is. Whatever. Doesn't matter what I think. What I was kind of hoping would have happened is Kofi Kingston coming out and then Xavier Woods getting a bit distracted. Like, what? Like, why are you out here? Or Odyssey Jones or something causing a little bit more of that rift between them. But it's fine that they didn't do it. Michael Cole and Corey Graves recount the passing of somebody that I had the privilege of seeing one time in my life. Very quickly. Back in the 90s. I did go to one house show. The sad thing about it is I still have the ticket, actually. It's with my cassette tape of getting the autograph from Bret the Hitman Hart at a local Walmart when I lived in Newfoundland. So Psycho Sid, Sid Justice, Sid Vicious, those were his three names that he was known by. If you don't know who he is, you can Google him if you're curious. Very, very great character in the ring, but also a phenomenal person outside the ring. The guy wasn't a douchebag. He was genuinely really, really nice. He was one of those typical big men, 6'8", 6'9", 300 pounds, like a Hogan. Kind of like a mix between like a Hogan and a Warrior. Not quite as ripped, but just like big, imposing. And it's also like the way he spoke, the facial expressions. I remember that time with Mean Gene Okerlund. A lot of people remember where he botched a promo. He's like, Can we do another take? He's like, we're live. And he's like, okay, so here it is. But it just shows you that they're human. People can make mistakes. He just went off with it. He wasn't embarrassed, and that was the end of it. He had some issues in life. Once in the ring, he jumped off and he snapped his leg in half. That was really, really hard to watch. But he died of a rare type of bone cancer. And he was 63 years old. Very, very sad. Because he was just a good dude. Like, there's just some really bad people out there in this world. Some of them have come and gone from the wrestling business. But he was someone, like I said, like I've never met him and hung out with him. You go by the testimonies of people. And it makes it that much sadder when you find out that someone's like was just a genuinely good person. So that was that. And then Chad Gable with the Uncle Howdy in-ring debut. This was very, very sweet. Very good match. Bo Dallas, a.k.a. Uncle Howdy, in case you don't know, real life brother, not scripted, real life brother of Bray Wyatt. Their father being IRS Erwin R. Shyster, probably very well known for his tag team tenure with the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. They have a pretty big legacy themselves with their family name. It was just good. This wasn't just nostalgic and Uncle Howdy acting all creepy. The guy can wrestle. He's solid. Him and Chad Gable actually put on a good technical wrestling match. Like I said, we didn't need a bunch of special effects and just creepy stuff, and that's all it is. And, okay, we're just going to clap because it's Bray Wyatt. No, he's actually really good. His character, mannerisms, how he walks, just everything. It's just really, really good. Are they face? Remember, the people they attacked are people they felt deserved it. But did they attack innocent people in the back that were part of the camera crew and all that? I don't remember. Like when they made their first presence. Because they're chanting for Uncle Howdy. And then things got goosey with Ivy Niles riding the back of Eric Rowan. Like she was like some kind of shoulder pet monkey. It was pretty funny. It was really good. They all came out. But yeah, are they face? Are they avenging justice for people that have wronged others, like in the case of Chad Gable? That's why that storyline began. So overall, I may not make a lot of sense, and that's okay. Oh my God, 23 minutes. I need to end this, or it's going to end up being longer than the show itself. I just really enjoy making these videos. I really, really do. Thumbs up as always if you did like the video. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant, right? In the search result, when people are looking stuff up on the internet. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. Tonight's going to be a little different. Instead of me bending it in half, twisting it, and giving you the Solo Sikoan, right? Thumb in the rectum. You're getting the mandible claw in there. He's got the glove too. Yeah. I'm just saying. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, obviously, naturally, that would be fantastic. But if not, trust me, I get it. I totally get it. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.